Hey everyone, Alex here. Been a little while, busy summer, but yeah, just wanted to come on and share a little bit about my experience at Vinylcon, first one here in LA. Happened this past weekend. I was able to attend with my son. I think Vinyl Piper, made a video about it. Rob the Waxed did a stream about it, showed what he got there, but yeah, just wanted to share what I found there. I think 7 or 8 records in total. Really quality stuff. Really happy with what I found. Almost all the records from the same dealer, Slow Low, pretty well-known dealer out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I actually visited his storefront in the Antique Mall in Albuquerque years ago, but I know he has like a whole warehouse full of records, which from what I understand is by appointment only, so that's definitely on the bucket list. But anyway, let's get going here. So yeah, I went on Saturday. I was there for only a few hours, didn't have a ton of time, but Sibylline Records was there, and I picked this one up. Sibylline Records in Pasadena. I know the couple that runs it well now, and yeah, I'd never seen this one on the on that Embryo label. So it was Arnie Lawrence and the Children of All Ages Inside an Hourglass. Yeah, it looked very interesting. So I know Arnie Lawrence from a solo record, one of those like cheap heat records. He's a soprano saxophonist. Yeah, particularly interested here because there's a bunch of improvisation with some children, notably Arnie Lawrence's son, and Richard Davis is on here playing bass, and his son, I believe that's him here, also part of the recording. I haven't read a whole lot about kind of how they structured, the improvisation with the kids. I did sample very briefly. He did have a turntable to listen to, which is actually really cool. Sibylline had a proper techniques listening station, which is very cool. So yeah, haven't spun this yet. Just yeah, cheap one. Very cool. All right, the rest of the stuff, like I said, is from Slow Low Records out of Albuquerque. First one I saw in the electronics section that he had was this Eric Ross from 1982, record that Chris Cole had turned me on to years ago. Almost had pulled the trigger on it a few times on eBay and things. It's a record it's not easy to find, but it's not expensive typically when you find it. So yeah, Eric Ross, he's from Philadelphia originally. Electronic musician, and I think he did some early work for the theremin, I guess, back in the early 80s. This one is cool. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but yeah, a lot of combination of acoustic and percussion instruments with electronics. This one, yeah, there's pieces with like so a study for cymbal and synthesizer. One of these has Moog, clarinet, kalimba. I think one of these pieces has like some gamelan type instruments as well. I forgot which one. So yeah, very clean copy. Most of the stuff was very clean. They had then this one. Yeah, I was surprised to see this one. These John Fahey original pressings on Tacoma, especially of kind of the first 3 or 4 records, pretty hard to find these days, and especially in decent condition. This one was fully split. I fixed it. Looks really good now. So this is the 3rd volume. Death Dance and Other Plantation Favorites, 1965, I believe this came out in. I've had other pressings of this, but like I said, this I believe is the original. original black label. Just double check that, but again, had some surface marks, but I could tell they were completely shallow. I did play that one through the other night. Played beautifully. Yeah, I mean the more I listen to Fahey, I mean I feel like he's one of those artists that, you know, if I could condense my collection into one artist's works, I think Fahey might be in strong consideration. And yeah, and that record is no different. Takes you, you know, all of his music, I think, just allows you to travel, to be a static traveler, as some would say. And that's what I really love about Fahey. And yeah, also I guess just because, you know, Fahey, I think he loved the U.S. quite a bit, and you know, we're all kind of in shock, you know, with the current state of the country. And yeah, I think his music remains an important voice. This, never thought I'd see this sort of in person. I, you know, was gonna figure I was gonna have to buy this overseas at some point. Japanese pressing, recorded in Tokyo, 1986. Session with the great Japanese percussionist Masaki Togashi. We got Steve Lacy on reeds. We got Don Cherry on pocket trumpet, piano, and vocals, and Dave Holland on bass. Here's a photograph of the session. Like I said, 1986. Yeah, just a harder one to find, and yeah, they had it overpriced. I was able to negotiate down the price, and like I said, since I bought a bunch of things, I think overall, the overall price of all the records was quite fair. But yeah, and again, pristine. I mean, it looks. I hate when people say that records are unplayed, because obviously there's no real way to know if a record is unplayed, but I'll use it here. A record would appear unplayed. Did listen to this. Want to spend more time with it. I think it's yeah, it's sort of like, you know, spiritual post-bop, very nicely recorded. So yeah, I look forward to spending more time with that. Upgrade copy here. Nico's Desert Shore. This is a US. Gotta show the label. This is a nice white label promo of that. Very fair price, very clean record. I've had a UK pressing that I got very cheap a while ago, but you know, I always figured if I saw an original at a good price that I would pick it up. And yeah, this one is very clean, and it's got the textured cover and everything. 1970 original press on Reprise promo. Two more. So I have one of his Italian composers. I have one of his other records. Really interesting, sort of. Now it focuses on vocal, sort of experimental vocal records. Also on the great Cramps label out of Italy, and this is a series of records. This is number 5. I forget how many there are in this series, maybe about 15 or so. All of them focusing. There's Mr. Stratos. Yeah, and if I said he's Italian, of course he's Greek, not Italian, but the label is Italian. I've known about this one. I have not. I've sampled it before, but it's been a while. Again, very good price, and yeah, this is the type of thing that you never see in the U.S. And so I was happy to give that a shot. It's got a nice inner sleeve with the graphical schematic for music, very abstract, of course. So yeah, look forward to that. Listening to that. Yeah, I love that Cramps label, the Frankenstein. Then lastly, really kind of the best, most interesting and most surprising find. You know, like I said, he had a lot of European, you know, Japanese, French, German, pretty much from all over the place, you know, records. And yeah, this is one, when I pulled it, I was like, wow, didn't expect to find this. And an original pressing of this record on the Ventadorn label out of France, a small label that primarily focused on traditional European, you know, early music, folk music, and a lot of it from the southern French region, the Occitane region, so northern Spain, southern France, and parts of Italy that spoke this Occitane dialect. And this is what we've been listening to. We'll see how well the audio sort of comes into the video. I didn't want to play it too loud. So as you can hear here, this is the these are the vocals. Again, very, you know, early music. You know, some of these pieces are adopted from like 12th century, you know, traditional, you know, pieces from that region of the world. This was reissued a few years ago, and there's a nice write-up on Soundome about it. I'll read a little bit just to, you know, just to hype it up a little bit. Be ready for a spaced-out trip through French medieval times, ancient instruments, musique concrète, spoken word, old Occitane dialect, minstrel songs, drone, from dark ambient and minimal percussive tracks to middle-age fuzz delirium. A weird and wonderful little record, one that combines noisy industrial moments with acoustic, folksy elements, all in a way that's not unlike the direction of Current 93 in the late 80s. They somehow managed to evoke both a primitive pagan past and an eerie apocalyptic future, working in some of the same genre, crossing styles as the hipper side of their French scene a few years before, but with a vibe that's completely their own and completely stunning throughout. The vocals at times are almost medieval, yet the record also uses guitar and electronics, which makes a stunning blend of modes that's unlike anything else recorded at the time. So, how's that for a hype sticker? Check it out. Again, amazed to find an original copy of this, and another one that was in absolutely pristine condition. Just a little bit of delamination here on the edge. Other than that, yeah. So that's it. Oh, and I did pull this one. So this is another great record on that label. I know Stunty and I have talked about this record again on this Ventadorn label. Another great one. There's a Look Ferrari with Henri Fahey, and there's another in that same vein of taking, you know, traditional folk plus, you know, in this case with Look Ferrari, Music Concrete Master. Check this one out as well. So that's all I had. Maybe I'll throw in a little bit of footage that I shot. Hope everybody's well.